Welcome back. You're still watching E-Vibes, the entertainment show on Signature TV. Today we'll be going beyond the mic with a man who wears many hats and rock every one of them. He's the programs manager of Dream FM and Prime Sports Radio, a creative powerhouse. He's an artist, an event planner, a hype man with unmatched energy, and a sharp businessman. Thanks for joining, Marcus Austin Maxwags.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. It's good to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. So I'm actually very curious. You have a whole lot on your templates.
Yeah.
Businessman, program manager, hype man, artist. How do you diversify into all those things?
Well, it didn't exactly start off like that, even if I've always kind of been used to multitasking. But it didn't start off like that. I started off with one and then the other. So I started off with the media from working.
All right, sorry. We'll have to go on a very, very short break, and when we return, we'll continue with this conversation. So stay with us. Thanks so much for staying with us. So back to you, Marcus. You were telling us how you diversify into everything that is inside your portfolio.
Yeah, I mean, like it's been one thing, then the other. Starting off with getting on radio about 12, 13 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so from getting on radio to getting to do music, then from doing music to starting to do events and do parties. I've always been doing parties.
Okay.
I've always had flair for having parties and having people like celebrate and have a good time on my account. So I was had parties going on, had my own events going on. I was also a hype man. So I just feel like when you're on radio or when you're in the media space and you have a hunger for money, you have to try other things because you can't have just one source of income. Especially as a Nigerian, then when you're in entertainment space, you just have to be smart to navigate it so you don't get to expire. Because if you're doing just one thing, you might just expire and fade off because it's a time-bound industry. So when you're fading off from one thing, you should be picking up another thing. That's why you see some people from being actors, they move to being writers, they move to being, whatever. Just keep evolving, and that's how I've chosen to stay.
Great. That's quite impressive. But I would like to know what actually influenced you to go into entertainment, be an event planner, and all that.
It's got to be my passion. I've always been passionate about it from the onset. I think I've been on the road since I was 13. I've been performing since 13. I started off as a dancer.
Okay.
I grew up in Lagos, so I was a dancer from early in primary school into my secondary school era.
Do you still dance though?
Not anymore.
Why?
Anymore. I don't know. I kind of like if out. How do I put this? It got to a point I realized this is not what I should be doing anymore. Right? But when I did it, I actually did it. I had professional dance training. I set up a dance company, one of the foremost dance studios in Enugu. That's as far back as 2015. We already had 2014. We had the dance studio running for almost 5 years. So we did that. From doing dance, I just always have been around the industry. I've always been passionate about it. I've always wanted to be on stage. I always want to perform. I also want to be a catalyst that moves behind the scenes. So it just excites me. So I just can't seem to stop myself.
So
sometimes.
excitement influenced you?
That's why I call it passion. I don't want to call it excitement. Seems like it's short-lived. It's passion. It's what I know I'm born for.
Yeah. That's huge, actually. That's huge. All right, now how do you balance being a media professional and being an entertainer? Because of course in the media scene we know there's a whole lot to do when it comes to that, especially you being a program manager in a radio station. So how do you balance
Two
that?
radio stations.
So radio stations for that matter. So how do you balance doing that and also being behind the scene, doing what you love doing most?
Discipline.
Okay.
Discipline. and I have an effective team of people that work with me. You know, so as I try to discipline myself as much as I can. I have a schedule. I stick to the schedule. I have work to do. I get it done. Um, the radio and the media is also part of entertainment. It's just one and the other. So it's not far from each other. So it's easy to marry. I'm not like I'm not a radio presenter and a carpenter. You know, that's far
I
apart.
mean,
Yeah, but this one is yeah, one of they're kind of related. You know, so I just enjoy the process. I don't overthink it. I just do
But have you
it.
ever faced challenges trying to navigate the two?
I mean, it can be easy because there are a lot of times when I have a gig at night and I've done a heavy show, party or a gig, or just traveled in or traveled out for a show, and I have to be on air in the morning.
How do you do that?
Nobody's business. I'm gonna do it.
Honestly, because you know your face is going to look like
Yeah,
what
so
is wrong
you
with
learn
this guy?
over time. You learn how to manage all those things, how to get a power nap. You know how to freshen up properly. You know how to not show like how to not look like what you're going through.
You know, that's one of the biggest problems, right?
Yeah.
I like the fact you had to mention discipline as
Yeah.
one of your core points to navigate this. When it comes to this discipline thingy, you know, it's quite difficult for people to, you know, just come back from an event and you're meant to be on air tomorrow morning and things like that. What advice would you give to somebody that you're meant to be on air by 7 a.m. and you're just coming back from a party by 4 a.m.?
Yeah, man. Like you signed up for this, just do it.
So you just have to show up there like
You just
that.
have to show up. But that's the thing about the job. Like that's what we provide is an essential service. Do you understand? Whether
Yeah.
it's a rainy day, it's a sunny day, whether there's strike, whether there's no transport, you have to be at work. People want to listen to you. People want to watch you on TV. People want to see you on radio. So you just have to be there for those people. So it's not even about you anymore. So you just learn how to sacrifice, get that show done, then go and rest.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's not easy. Now let's come back to Enugu State. You know, I can say that I'm proud that the entertainment industry and the world of entertainment in Enugu State is actually going global. We're going places. But how is that even possible when it comes to the transportation, especially for you that is an entertainer, right? We got to notice that there is no means of transportation, especially keke napep, buses and all that. We only have Uber rides, boat rides, and all that. So for someone that has an event, right, is supposed to be in the night, what exactly would you put in place for normal social people, netizens, and people that would be interested in coming for that particular event?
I feel like the first thing when you're going out at night, you need to consider is safety, right? So I wouldn't even say I'd want to have keke running at night, to be honest.
Okay.
It's better you get, a cab.
But it's
Cab-
quite
I was,
expensive.
I was going to come to that.
Okay.
A cab hailing service that you can track and know, where you're going to, who you went on the ride with. People can follow up in case anything happens. The cases of robbery in Keke, it became a lot. I had a lot of friends who experienced that.
Yeah.
But then the problem with cabs in Enugu is that the hailing service is charging one thing. The cab guy is saying you have to pay 3 times the price. So if we could have a proper regulation where the hailing service and the cab guys agree on a decent price, for the cab services, I think it's best we have cab services running, in my opinion.
Okay, if you say so, because people are literally complaining.
Yeah.
All right, now can you walk us through a typical day in your life as a program manager and an entertainer?
Typical day, wake up, say my prayers, do a little work at home first, get my business together, and then I get to the office, do meetings, go on air, probably have a gig the night to come back, prepare, head out to my business spot, spend some time in the business, go out and do a show, back late at night, catch a few hours of sleep, up again, rinse and repeat.
And that brings my next question. You know, most people in the corporate sphere media personalities, they tend to complain that my life is going in same routine and circle. So how would you, what would you say to somebody that wants to go into media? How would you tell that person you need to balance your life if you want to be in this space and be in this space?
Yeah, they're not the third person.
Emphasis on
Yeah,
that.
you have to, like, you just need to, not just media, anything you're doing in life, you need to find a balance. You know what makes you happy, you know when you just have to do something for yourself. Because once in a while I just shut down and say, you know what, today is for me. Like,
Really? What if you're meant to be on air?
that's the advantage of being a boss. You can.
Oh my
But
god.
that's once in a while.
Yeah,
Sometimes I could take a day off. I have access to days of leave.
yeah. Okay.
So I could take a day off. I could take a few days off and just shut down and rest and do something for myself. You know, just break from the routine for my own mental health.
Yeah. So what's the toughest decision you've had to make in your media and entertainment world? Have you ever made a decision aside from doing the daily business, doing what you got to do?
I think the toughest decision I've made would be not moving to Lagos. Yeah, I should.
Why?
I just believed a lot in what I was doing here, what I'm doing here, what we're building. There are so many opportunities, especially from the media space. There was a lot of demand for me to have moved or to have left Enugu, but it was a hard decision because you have to let go of money, right? You need to say no to money, but like, because I believe in what I was trying to set up, not just on the media space, but also for myself.
Okay.
You know, so that was a hard decision. That's the hardest I can, point out right now.
Okay, so how do you see the future of nightlife, entertainment, and media evolving in Nigeria, especially in Enugu State? I mean, you just made mention that the toughest decision was not moving to Lagos.
I mean, Enugu is picking up as predicted. I had predicted that it was going to be like this, if we put in this amount of work. And that's one of the reasons why I stayed back. And now we're starting to reap the fruits of such. We're now doing stadium capacity shows. We're now doing big events. We have In the Yard with Swags, which is a culture-based party, like every Monday, last Monday of the month. We have several other events like that. I'm proud of what we've created. Myself and other event people. The future is actually bright, very bright, and Enugu is the next chapter. Like, I feel like is the emerging scope. Like, Lagos has happened.
Yeah.
Enugu is emerging.
All right. So when you look back, when you look back behind how you started, I mean, you've made mention that you've been doing this for the past 13 to 15 years. So when you look back, what's that one hustle story that still gives you chills or gets you going?
Hustle story. Well, there are too many hustle stories, man.
Walk us through.
Where do I want to start from? Like, it's just, I mean, every day is a struggle. I'm not one of those that like to tell PTs, throw a PT party.
Okay.
Yeah, but I really had very hard times. I came up from a very, not very, quite humble background. Not too humble, but quite humble. So there's a lot of times I started working on radio when I was still on campus. So a lot of times I wouldn't go home. I wouldn't go back home for holidays, Christmas, Easter, New Year, everything. I was back here in Enugu. I wouldn't go back to Lagos to my family, and I'll be here I did that for a lot of time, a lot of years. Sacrificing for no pay, the hard internship periods. Like, you just, if you just look back at it and look where it has gotten you now, you can say, okay, I mean, like, that pay now, that's a hustle story.
All right, that's quite impressive. So now, if you should be given an opportunity to do one thing in the entertainment world of Enugu State, what would that be?
One thing. I don't need nobody to give me opportunities. I take them.
Okay.
So I'm doing everything I can at the moment already. I just think the government should make more, friendly policies, more entertainment-friendly policies. We should have more government support in what we do. We need to go a long way. There should be more government support. There should be more access to funding. I should be able to say I want to do an event. I need access to a 500 million naira loan. It should be available to me because I mean,
Right.
it's business. I'm going to get the money back.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna play few games before we let you go.
Guys.
Don't fret, don't fret. I
Okay.
got you. I got you. We're gonna play social media abbreviation and riddles.
All right.
Is that fine?
All right. Let's try it.
Okay. So, what's the full meaning of ICYMI?
I see why am I.
Yeah.
And funny enough, like I always say this thing. In case you missed it,
Correct. You got it. All right. So, what's the full meaning of SMH?
shake my head.
Of course, so many people use that. Okay, one more. What's the full meaning of IMO?
In my opinion,
You use social media abbreviations so much.
listen, I'm a media guy.
I mean. All right, so one more. What's the full meaning of BTW?
By the way,
Great. I think you're the only guest that gotten my social media.
you guys should give me something.
Right?
Yeah, I
We'll
deserve
give you your
something.
flowers.
I don't want flowers.
What do you want? Okay, so let's play riddles, right? I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Should I read it again?
Yeah.
Okay, I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
Sound.
Echo.
Echo. That was close.
All right, one more. Let's think of it. Let's think of one. All right. The more I dry, the wetter I get. What am I?
Oh my god. The more I dry.
The wetter I get. It's quite tricky, right?
Oh, you don't want to know what's on my mind. The more I dry. I don't know.
Towel.
Okay.
All right, let me give you one more chance so you can at least get one.
Right.
I have hands, but cannot clap. What am I? I mean, if you fail this one, I'll be disappointed.
I have hands but cannot clap.
Yes.
You'll be disappointed.
Don't disappoint me,
Yeah,
please.
I don't for you. What is it, please?
A clock. What are you thinking, by the way?
Animals.
Really?
They have hands too.
But they can't clap, really.
can't, can they
Don't you
sound-
see a dog doing like this?
That a dog.
Or a cat doing like this?
Never seen them.
You oh my goodness. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Marcus. I had a great time with you.
Same here.
You
Thanks for
actually
having
did
me.
great in the social media abbreviation.
I tried. But I failed woefully with riddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0/100. Sorry. Okay, the show has come to an end. I'm sure you had a great time with the stories and the conversation, of course. The games we just played with Marcus, we talked about entertainment and how he diversified into being a media personality and an entertainer. Join us same time tomorrow for more interesting and insightful conversations and stories. Follow all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Enjoy your weekend and the rest of your day. I remain your baby girl, Queenette Mokunta. Thanks for watching.